Welcome back to Fashion 360, and like I said before, we have a very, 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 very special guest on the show today, and she is the brain behind the fashion label Funke Adepoju, and I'm saying it twice. Funke Adepoju, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Mona is not here to compliment me on that clapping, so I'll just do that alone. Funke, would you clap for yourself?
Oh, of course I will.
Oh, please. What's going on? You're looking fantastic, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. And we're talking about you being married, and there's some jokes I cannot crack on TV now that you're married, but nonetheless, you look fantastic. I'm guessing
Thank you so much. Yes, I am.
Is this your new collection?
Yes, it's actually one of our pieces from the new collection.
Okay, we're going to talk about the new collection in a bit, but real quick, let me ask you. You are the head of a fashion label. What does that take?
It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of prayers.
It takes a lot of prayers.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to pray to God at everything you do. Now, moving on to your new,
collection.
Yeah, your new collection. It's called Fringe Affair. And Fringe Affair. And you're wearing one of your pieces right now.
Exactly.
So what's the inspiration behind the new collection, which is titled Fringe?
The Fringe Affair.
The Fringe Affair.
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie.
Okay, no, it's not a
French
movie.
Affair.
It's just, it's
a dashing young man.
Yes.
Met a young woman.
No, the Fringe Affair, I named the collection the Fringe Affair because everything in the collection has fringe.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was inspired by my holiday to Dubai, which I went in September. I actually went for my brother's graduation, and I went to the market. I was walking about with my friends, and I found the fantastic fabric fringe. So I went to the store, picked some of it, and came back to Nigeria. I didn't do too much because we were very busy in December because we had all the Ashwebi and wedding things to do,
of course.
bridesmaids, blah, blah, blah. So we started the collection in January, and everything that I made had to have fringe in it.
Okay.
It just had to have fringe. I had to have so what we did was we layered it in different ways.
All right.
And the collection should be out and pictures should be out next month.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, her label was formerly called Funkafrique. So that's a very catchy name in my opinion. So why did you change it?
Okay, we didn't change it. We actually broke it down.
Broke
it into two.
Okay.
So we realized that we were almost synonymous with Ashwebi.
All right.
And we realized that also Funkafrique was a brand that, it's almost 9 years old.
Yeah.
And people it was a very, not that it's not still playful, people didn't take it as serious as I wanted them to.
Oh.
So I found out that changing the name or making people understand. So what we did was the Funke Adepoju just showed like evolving.
Oh.
So it just showed making, explaining how a person would evolve from a young lady to a woman.
Yeah.
So that's basically what the Funke Adepoju is. So it's a more mature. Yeah, more mature line.
Yeah.
And Funkafrique is a more ready-to-wear line. So it's an easier line. It's a line where you can walk in and pick an inexpensive, more affordable line, while Funke Adepoju is more luxury. That's basically what it is.
Very, very, very well said. I'm always giving you plenty berries. Have you noticed I gave you 4 berries the first time? This is 3 berries. Okay, seeing as you've owned your label for a while now, there's so many up-and-coming designers out there. What does it take to run a label from day to day?
Okay, as I said before, and I would say again, you have to be able to manage people.
Oh, of course.
You have to be able to negotiate with people because you have to be a people person. You have to know what to say, when to say it, how to say it.
Yeah.
Also, you have to be very determined.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you have issues with clients, but you shouldn't let that.
You'll be shut down. Yeah.
Exactly. You shouldn't let that hold you back. Don't give up. Keep trying, and basically make sure that your work is good. You have to perfect your skill.
Of course.
Because that's the only thing that will stand the test of time. Try and improve yourself over time. I think that's basically what you need.
Yeah, you heard it here from Funke Adepoju. Your work has to be good. If your work isn't good, please forget it. And moving on to another question, I wanted to ask you real quick. It's a very hectic, profession, being a stylist, a designer, and whatnot. If there was something you wish you could eliminate from your day-to-day schedule, what would it be?
Inadequate staff.
Nobody likes inadequate staff.
Incompetent. I think the incompetent staff. And Nigerians need to be a bit easier, or they have to be a bit more accommodating, because of course there are a lot of things that have to go into making an outfit.
Okay.
Some things are beyond our control.
Yeah.
So I think if the customers are a bit more accommodating, then it's easier for all of us. It's easier for the staff, it's easier for the CEO, it's easier for the clients as well.
Must be difficult. Must be difficult being you.
It's a lot of work.
I can imagine. Okay, so I was going through your social media recently, and I saw this picture. You're looking very comfy, very, very at home with the richest man in Africa. I was like, is he your personal friend or?
I wish he was.
Okay,
but he's not.
So how did you get him to take that picture? He looked very comfortable. You too. You looked very comfortable.
He's actually I think he's used to people coming to meet him to take pictures. It was actually at my grandpa's birthday. And I saw him and I was like...
Yo, he was at your grandpa's birthday. He's a personal friend then. That's what that means.
Technically, but no, he's not. I don't think if I went to him, he would know me. So
you tell him your grandpa's name.
Okay, but I'm sure a lot of people have grandpas and
family
friends.
Friend.
Yes,
family
that they tell him no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just walked up to him. He was sitting there and I walked up and I said, please, can I take a picture? And he said yes. And he was very friendly, very polite. So that's how I took the picture.
I guess when I come across him, that's exactly the same thing I'll do. You think he wants something?
I'm sure he would.
Even if it's not my grandfather's birthday.
No, I'm sure he would. I'm sure he's used to it. He was very friendly. A lot of people.
Okay, and also I saw a quote where you had Oprah Winfrey there, and she had this inspirational quote. So I'm sure you know what it is, but how were you feeling that day? Was it something that inspired that, or you said something about stay with people who elevate you to a higher place?
Okay, that particular day, I realized that the people you surround yourself with will determine if you go higher or you stay in the same position or you don't go anywhere.
Okay.
And I realized that I'm not that old, but through life, I've had some friends who you don't talk about anything but bags and clothes and shoes, and you have some other friends who are always pushing you to say, oh, you know what, Funke, why don't you try? There's a store in America. I know they don't have any Nigerians, but try and put your stuff there. Or you have friends that say, oh, you know what, there's a show where they're having like a improvement, something to do. So I think the friends you have usually determine if you're going to move higher. So surround yourself with people that push you, not people that say yes to everything you do.
Oh.
So that particular day was the day I found that quote and I was like, well, this is truth. Let me put it on my Instagram page so some other people can
learn from it.
Yeah, learn
and
from it.
Obviously you can see who I'm surrounded by. Just look. So that means I'm going no place but up. Yeah, that's fantastic. And I want to ask you one more question. How would you define your personal style?
Very laid back.
Very laid back.
I'll be very honest with you. Stylish, but very laid back. I like comfortable. Okay, no, actually, I take that back. I find that I like clothes that are very fitted. I know a lot of customers complain and say, look, if you want your dress, if you don't want to breathe in your dress, then go to Funke.
Right?
Breathing is not part of the plan. But I find that I like clothes to fit your silhouette.
All right.
But also a bit comfortable. But more, I find my clothes are very simple. I don't do too much attachment and putting things. If you see a Funkafrique outfit, you won't see a lot of appliques, or it's usually a simple silhouette, but it will fit all the curves, which is what everybody is trying to find. I try and find the slimmest part of the waist, and that's what I accentuate, because every woman, once you have a waist, then you look a bit better, a little bit nicer. You look like you have a figure. All of us ultimately are trying to look like Kim K. So, why not fake it if you can? Yeah, a lot of us, if we'd like to admit it to ourselves.
Okay. I agree. That was going to be my last question, but I remembered something, right?
Okay.
Fashion is a stereotype thing that fashion looks better on people of a slimmer figure. So, in your collections that you've made to date, do you cater to the people of a fuller type figure?
Oh yeah, of course. Because in fairness to Nigerians, the average Nigerian isn't actually slim.
Eba won't let people be
rice will not let us have.
I like rice.
Will not let us have size 28 or size 26 waist.
Yeah.
But of course, a lot of times, most of our clothes have peplums. They fit at the waist. They always, all of them have accommodation for fuller figured women.
All right, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you heard it here first from Funke Adepoju herself. And if you want to be reached via Instagram, social media, please. Okay,
our Instagram handle is Funke Adepoju. If you type in Funke Adepoju or Funkafrique, you'll find us. We're on Twitter, Funke Adepoju, and we have a website, www.funkeadepoju.com. We have an email address, which is funkeadepoju1@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So it's funkeadepoju1@gmail.com or funkafrique@yahoo.co.uk. We're very reachable. We're easy to find.
Okay, and we won't put out numbers here. I've said this so many times. No numbers for you people, so you don't get stalkers. And
yes, I know.
It has been fantastic having you on the show,
Thank
and we
you so much
hope
for having
to
me.
see you next time. And of course, good luck with the new collection. I'm going to be looking out for it.
Please, please.
My girlfriend is plus size. I got to get something for her now.
Okay, yes, she'll definitely find something. Why are you saying that?